Tonight, Arnold Schwarzenegger loses his mind. The bloke from Mad Max kidnaps his daughter and then extorts him and blackmails him.
Don't worry, it'll buff out.
Join us tonight on Just Great Movies. This is a banger. It's crazy beyond belief. It's Commando. This is an absolute belter from 1995. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Commando, directed by Mark L. Lester, written in part by Stephen E. D'Souza. That's why we've got Valverde in the mix tonight. Stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, also Ray Dawn Chong. She is absolutely stunning in this film. She is a fantastically gorgeous lady, and her dad doesn't know who Dave is. We had a budget of $10 million on this one, and it made 57.5 back. James Horner did the soundtrack as well. In fact, some of the musical cues in this sound exactly the same as Aliens, which is a good thing, really. On the panel tonight, it's just me and Professor R2 for the first time. Thank you for joining me tonight, matey.
I'm so glad to be here. Glad I had an opportunity to join. Not something I can often do, thanks to my own schedule here. But I'm glad to be here tonight and talk about this absolute, as you said, banger of a film. This is, when I think of over the top 80s action films, this is at the very top of the list, brimming with explosions, one-liners, crazy stunts, and of course, ultra violence. And so, yes, this is a great one. It strikes a much more comedic tone, don't you think, than a lot of the other action films of the day.
In fact, if you analyze this film, objectively, it is full of comedy and punchlines and puns and you name it, it's in there. And the hyper-violence is so hyperbolous, you can't take it seriously. Even if you were somebody of a nervous disposition, you could watch this film and laugh at it because, like I say, the violence is just comical.
Oh yeah, it's completely over the top and ridiculous. The action scene that wraps up this film is insane. I read actually somewhere that I believe someone sat down and counted the body count in this film, and Arnie alone is responsible for 130 deaths, of which 2/3 of them are in the last 5 to 10 minutes of the movie.
That's interesting because I read a body count and it said 81 and I thought, that seems rather low, especially for this film. In fact,
I guess it depends on how you're counting.
If you were look into it in depth, that about 4 people die 4 times. Like the bad guys towards the end.
Well, the buildings at the end die 4 times. Yes.
The soldiers on Arius's island.
Yes.
There's a lot, the staff turnover is exceedingly high on the island, but it's par for the course, I suppose. But we start off, it's bin day or garbage day for our friends over in the pond. And this guy here, we don't know who he is yet. We do know who he is. His name's Lawson, and he's a former, how can I put it, like a special ops kind of guy. I'll just take
special forces.
Yeah. So he's woken by the garbage men, and he's like, oh, is it Tuesday? So he goes running out, and he's got the newspapers, garbage bags, kitty litter, you name it. And he goes running down his driveway, and he goes, wait, I thought you'd miss me. And this is one of the first, one-liners of the film, really. Interesting point here. Bill Duke picks up an Uzi, right?
Yes.
That guy on the left's already got one in his hand, but in the next scene, he hasn't. And then in the scene after that, he's got it in his hand again.
Yeah.
And another great line, don't worry, we won't.
We won't.
And this is Bill Duke, of course, who went on to be in Predator. It was Mac in Predator, which is another great film. And did just look of like, oh, bugger.
Especially since it wasn't, it appears it wasn't actually trash day. He just
No.
They were driving down the road and he panicked and thought it was, and so he ran down.
Now, is he shocked because they've got Uzis, or is it because it's not garbage day? I'll have to flip a coin for that one.
Yeah.
There we go. Don't worry, we won't. And don't worry, for our younger viewers who like to watch just great movies, I've taken out all the stuff YouTube wouldn't like, because you have to be careful with ketchup coloured things.
Oh, yes. And there are buckets of it in this film.
Oh, yes. In fact, the store where they bought all the fake blood, the theatrical blood from, must have run out on the set for this.
I would imagine,
so
yes.
much. Anyway, Lawson's gone. That's it. And these guys just swan off on the back of I keep wanting to say bin lorry.
Yep.
It's a garbage truck for our friends.
Garbage truck. As we say, yes, over here, yeah. I still wonder. I when I saw this, I always thought the setup here was going to be that they were going to throw him into the garbage truck and disappear him after he was dead, but then they just drive off.
That would have been.
It seems like a missed opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Just a quick catch up with the chat. Well done to Gav for being first in there. Well done to you. Also, Franco's in tonight. Lots of new faces in the chat tonight. Argentum's there. Hello, you. Hope you're all well. I wonder how Smilex is doing. Any word on the otter flu? Is he feeling any better? Do we know?
Oh, no word on it as far as I've seen. So hopefully he's doing all right.
Yeah, get some lem sips down, you mate. Paul Dickinson's in the chat. Also, let's see. I did see somebody else in there. Fleetwood the Prophet, 1123, a new name in there. And is that it? Where's Sword? He's late tonight. Anyway, back on with the slides. I'll catch up with you shortly, chat. Nice to see you in there. Just a quickie before we go any further from Fleetwood the Prophet. Ray Dawn is half the reason I've seen this movie about 432 times. Interestingly enough, there's about 6 or 7 songs that mention Ray Dawn, Chunk, from different artists. And, I'm surprised she didn't have a bigger career than what she did, because she was fantastically gorgeous. I mean, honestly, first time I saw Commando, albeit I was only, 11 when I saw it. 12 when I saw it on VHS. I remember my brother going down to rent it because he looked older than the rest of us. And the first time I clapped eyes on Ray Dawn Chong, I was like, oh, I was like Homer with a donut, when he starts drooling. This is Forrestal, another one of these former not Green Berets, because we get to find out a little bit later on that Cook, who's the guy who played Mac in Predator. Oh, there we go. Simplified it nicely there. He's a Green Beret, but we'll find out more about that later. Well, anyway, Forrestal's now a car salesman, and he's giving him all the patter here, isn't he? And he's really trying to sell it. In fact, he crosses a racial line trying to sell it, because he keeps calling him brother. And I thought, well, hang on a minute. Only in 1985 could you get away with talk like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you know what I like best? The price. And he fires the car up. Interesting point here is there's a thing in the nitpicking section on IMDb where it says when he fired up, it wasn't in reverse, and you don't see him put it in reverse. And I thought, that's really petty. Obviously, he did put it in reverse, because I saw his right hand do the gear shifter.
Yeah.
Because you guys have a little thing on the steering column, don't you, to put it in gear because it's automatic?
It depends on the on the car, but I would imagine that this car it probably did have the shift on the on the wheel.
We use gear sticks over here. We don't have that. In fact, when I've had a hire car and it's been an automatic, I can hardly bloody drive the thing. Because I'm so used to using a clutch and a gear stick.
Yeah,
I'd be no good in America. Anyway, Forrestal tries to stop him stealing this Cadillac. I'm guessing it's a Cadillac.
Yes, that's a Cadillac.
Yeah. See, I'm not very good with American car brands, but we'll persevere anyway. He tries to stop him, and it doesn't work out very well. In fact, a lot of the actors in this film had to do their own stunts.
Indeed, they did. Yeah, and Arnie especially insisted on doing his own stunts.
And apparently, he ended up in the emergency room not once, but 4 times during the production.
4 times. I know one of them was he was doing a scene where he's looking at some knives later on, and he managed to slice himself open all the way across his hand. But yeah, he insisted on doing his own stunts because you have to admit, in this movie, he is in peak Arnie condition. He is absolutely
He's
ripped,
mega buff, isn't he?
and he's incredible.
He's more buff in this than he was in Terminator and in Total In fact, in Predator, he was a bit more buff in this than he was in Predator. Not Z3PO just says in the chat, we have a 3-ring binder labeled 1001 blood recipes for film. Because Z3PO works in the industry.
Yes.
Anyway,
but yeah, Arnie was insistent that he do his own stunts because he knew that there was no stuntman, there was no stand-in that was going to look enough like him that it would convince his fans it was him. So he just said, look, I have to do my own stunts. Yeah, there was even a scene where it just shows his stomach. And he's like, nope, it's me. I have to be the one doing that scene. So yeah, he does some incredible stunts in this. He really does.
The thing is, his stunt double has a completely different body frame to him.
He does.
And it's so obvious because the upper torso, the guy who's this stunt double is more rectangular, where Arnie's actually quite triangular because he's the Austrian oak. But just look at Bill Duke here. He's just so smug. He's just, let's use YouTube friendly words. He's made Forrestal go to sleep for a long time.
Yes.
But look, he's cut himself on some glass, but he's having a nap. He should be all right when he gets up.
He'll be okay.
He'll be fine. And here we go, Vernon Wells, who was Wes in Mad Max. And the interesting thing is, when he goes across the boat there, and he's going, "Hi guys, how you doing?" And he goes, "Hey, how you doing, Wes?" They call him out by the name he was in Mad Max. If you listen carefully, which is good. But if you notice here, he's making this look really like he's made an effort to be noticed here. There might be an ulterior motive going on, but we'll find out what's going off. But he's a commercial fisherman, and he goes out on his boat. Interestingly enough, if you pause this in the right place, you see a wire attached to the boat, which is quite interesting. In fact, you notice quite a lot of wires on things, especially, oh God, what's his name? I forgot his name now. David Patrick Kelly's leg. He's got a wire on his leg later. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I don't know what it is, whether it's because he was in the Warriors and he was a total, well, he was it was an a-hole, wasn't he, in the Warriors?
Yes.
And he kind of does it in this as well. And he was an a-hole in Dreamscape, if you ever saw that movie. Did you catch that, Flick?
I'm not sure. I might have seen it, but I'm not sure I remember it. So yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid, where he can go into, he's like a lucid dreamer, and he can go into people's dreams.
Okay, yeah. It's been quite some time, but I saw that. Yeah.
We might have to do that one time on Just Great Movies. Well, anyway, he goes poddling off. This isn't long after he'd done Mad Max. In fact, Vernon Wells freely admitted he had no clue who Arnold Schwarzenegger was before making this film. But since making it, he's been lifelong friends with Arnie, which is cool. Because same actually with Ray Don Chong. They maintained a friendship to this day. They really hit it off. She and Arnie really hit it off on on the set and the time that they spent together. And they've continued to be lifelong friends. Yeah. Well, she was 24 during the production of this movie.
Yeah.
And she got a young kid as well, which was quite impressive because fantastic body. Crikey.
Yeah.
Her dad doesn't know who Dave is, man. I just thought I'd mention that. I'm a big fan of Tommy Chong, her dad, because he's from Edmonton, and I used to live in Alberta. So I'm kind of flying the Canadian flag at this side of the pond. Having lived there for 3 years, it was fantastic. Well, anyway, look, it's Cook again. But I tell you something, Bill Duke looks really menacing as Cook.
He does.
And he's rather suave as well, and he dresses very nice, very respectable, even though he drives a pimpmobile. Oh dear, it's bad news. Bad news for Bennett. I'd not actually mentioned his name up to this point. Well, he's Captain Mark Bennett, disgracefully, dishonorably discharged from a unit in the army, but we'll find out more about that later. Oh, look, the obligatory contractual body shots here. Get my biceps in, won't you? Come on.
Show those pythons.
I've got the pump going. There we go, the Austrian oak. He goes into the woods, and it's funny because one minute he's carrying a dodgy old silver chainsaw, and then in some other shots he's carrying a yellow McCulloch chainsaw, which is quite weird.
Yeah.
Product placement, that's what I think. But when the
Could
Austrian
be.
oak needs wood, he goes and gets it.
He's no problem with him getting wood, that's for sure.
No. Come on, I've been in the gym since 6 this morning. And he's got a really, nice house. Apparently,
enormous house. Yes.
Yeah, somewhere in Northern California, apparently. Well, this is top side of LA. But that's a nice house. It's even got a second level you can get out onto, which we see him do a little bit later on. So anyway, I'm chopping wood. And then there's a shadow coming up behind him. And he's chopping that tree down. But he's got skills. He makes Liam Neeson look like, I don't know, what's his name? That Burns bloke, George Burns, is it? The one with the cigar. He makes him look like him. So anyway, somebody's coming up behind him. I don't know how he's chopping so much wood because look at that axe. It's blunt as anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay.
It's not an axe, it's a hatchet. But anyway, it's Alyssa Milano, who's led a very charmed life. A young Alyssa Milano. If you don't know who she is, she was one of the witches in Charmed. But she plays Jenny Matrix. And this is John Matrix, Colonel U.S. Special Forces retired. And there's some wholesome daughter-daddy stuff going off here.
Yeah.
She shoves her ice cream in his face. Apparently, Arnie was very overprotective of Alyssa Milano during the shooting of this movie.
Yes. Yeah. He didn't have any kids yet. So he was really having a time connecting with her and having fun. This was her, I don't know if this was her debut film, but she had been on television in the show Who's the Boss, and so that was actually where the producers found her. She was one of the few people who did not have to at all try out for their role. They said, "There she is."
Do you know something? Out of everybody in this production, Alyssa Milano, she can act. She really does act, but she's not over the top cheesy with it like some of the other cast members. And I tell you who surprised me with the performance, Rae Dawn Chong. She got some acting chops too.
And she was one that did have to try for her part. And they said there were probably 100 actresses, most of them blonde bombshells, the Sharon Stones and so on of Hollywood that tried out, and the producers, director just fell in love with Rae Dawn because she got from what she had, the lines that she had and the reading that she did, that there was kind of a tongue-in-cheek nature. There was a silliness to what was there, and she was getting that comedy vibe where everyone else was treating it much more seriously, and they just loved her. So yeah, she ended up with that part. Hundreds of other gorgeous women in Hollywood, and yeah, she took it, and she does an incredible job. She has a great chemistry with Arnie throughout this too.
She does, and she's so endearing as well. Her performance, it was so natural. I really did rate her in this. But I like this. Alyssa Milano's character, Jenny Matrix, has made some sandwiches. And I love, there's a line here, goes, when rock and roll came to East Germany, when I was a boy growing up in East Germany and rock and roll came, the communists said it was subversive. Maybe they were right.
Maybe they were right.
What?
Yes.
What the hell are you talking about? But he takes a bite out of this sandwich and he just pulls the weirdest face. He says, what's in this? And she says, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
But Arnie is, well, I keep saying Arnie, but Matrix, we'll call him now. He's an ex-Special Forces colonel, and he had a very special unit. And he can hear a helicopter 2 miles away before anybody else. And he's taking a bite out of his sandwich, but he's distracted immediately. And he's straight up in the window, and Jenny's like, well, what's going off? All of a sudden, army helicopter. I like that. And then this is General Franklin Kirby. Yeah, I think we ran him in last week. That's a great line coming up later.
That is a good line later. Yeah.
And he's going, Matrix, John Matrix. And all of a sudden, you can see his gun there on his belt. And there he is, Matrix. Swift and silent as always. You should be. You taught me. Although I said the line wrong. Well, I like Kirby. I don't know. He's very endearing too. It's James Olsen.
Yeah, James Olsen, long time actor. And most people probably recognize him from the Andromeda Strain.
Yeah. I mean, his acting credits on IMDb are nearly as high as Cardi B's body count. Anyway, yeah, it's a nice bit of a catch-up moment, and Jenny's like, got a warrant? I need to talk to your dad. Do one a little bit. So he starts telling Matrix about his former members of his elite squad. It's always funny that in the 80s, especially with Stephen E. D'Souza type productions, Arnie's always in a special unit. Have you noticed?
Mm-hmm. Have you seen my special unit?
I bet he's done that, I bet he's used that in bars. Come on, baby.
Sure.
I show you my special unit. Thank you to Gavin Blackburn. I remember when I said I'd kill you last, Trev. Thank you for the Potnacker voucher. Yes. Much appreciated. Hello to Brian in the chat as well. Manuel, I always get that name wrong when I say it. Manuel Grill. There we go. I said it right eventually. I like to trying to keep in touch with the chat. We're in a Blythe in there too. Where's Sword tonight? He's late.
Yeah.
I wonder whatever happened to Minim. He disappeared and never came back. But anyway, he's delivered all the news, but he's leaving a couple of guys behind, one of them being Jackson. And he said to Kirby, he says, are they as good as me? No, they're all right, but they're nowhere near in your league, Matrix. Don't worry. But I like this. As soon as the chopper goes, he's like...
He literally smells an ambush.
Yeah, and he grabs Jenny, goes in, Jackson gets hit, and he goes, the downwind air current tipped me off. Think I smelled him coming? I did. It's like, what? Crazy.
Literally smells an ambush. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, God. They must have had some bad cologne on or something. What you buy in Puerto Rico isn't necessarily legal in the States.
No.
So anyway, Matrix goes to get his gun. Jenny goes under the bed. And usual, I like it, the mid-80s Hollywood sound effects on everything.
Yeah.
Every film used virtually all the action films used all the same sound effects, which was great.
So, something seems weird that he keeps his arsenal in a shed out back, though. It seems like this would be something you'd put inside that enormous house somewhere. Yeah. But okay, whatever.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to expose Jenny to firearms and stuff. Maybe he's kept his past on the down low to maybe not encourage his daughter to follow a military lifestyle when she gets older. That kind of thing. Who knows? But Jenny's hiding under the bed. It's always under the bed. I kind of got like, hang on a minute, borrowed from this a little bit.
Just a bit. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, they're pair of boots. Where's the shoe protectors? There could be deer crap on the bottom of his boots for all we know.
Could be.
I know whose boots they are. It's Bennett. So anyway, Matrix goes back in his house. Jackson, unfortunately, was stapled to the back of the door. Didn't use that scene because YouTube, he was laid down. He was tired. He was very tired.
Yes, he just needed a nap.
Yeah, he's just laid down for a little while. He'll be fine. So Matrix comes into Jenny's back bedroom, and this guy's here. Hey, you need to mellow out, man. He's all very chill, this guy, isn't he? But also very threatening. And I like in the description, it says he's a thug. But he's about 5'2". When he got off the back of that garbage truck, he looked about 5'2". Little Mexican, cute little Mexican midget, bless him.
Yep.
And then he's like, if you notice, one moment he's got a machine gun. And when the guy says, we're going to talk business, right? And he goes, wrong. And he shoots that guy. When he takes the shot, it changes from that gun. And then he's got a shotgun in his hand. Then it goes back to that gun.
Then it goes,
yeah. I was very quick with that. He had a jelly donut, and when he bit into it, it squirted some jelly on his forehead.
Yes.
YouTube.
Yeah. I really hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It's a waste of good jelly.
Yeah. I love it when they're powdered. Powdered jelly donut. See, English donuts are nowhere near as good as American donuts. I don't know if you've ever had an English donut. I do apologize.
No, it probably is. It probably has some mincemeat in it or something. I don't know.
No,
Eels?
no. It's usually raspberry jam, which is jelly, obviously, over your side. But they're tiny compared to a stateside one. I miss donuts. Anyway,
you just get to have more of them that way.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're not as good or as satisfying. Ours are a bit more substantial, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. Donuts isn't going to get us anywhere, is it, in the grand scheme of things? Paul Dickinson says raspberry jam donuts are the king of the world. Yes, they are.
Okay.
Fleetwood the Prophet says, I can't even say it. Continuity is for cats.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, they definitely have some continuity issues in this.
Yeah.
We're 5 minutes in the movie, and we've already seen it.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally, on a production, you have somebody in charge of continuity. Obviously, the budget didn't stretch far enough on this show. Crikey. So anyway, usual thing, Arnie goes to his car, and they've ripped all the HT leads out. He's going nowhere there. So what does he do? The Austrian oak, I'm going to push it. I'm going to push my luck. And he just, Arnie being Arnie, he's got to have the I think it's contractual, isn't it? When he does something, he's got to do the flexing of the old biceps.
Yeah.
It's all about the body image. But then again, it's what do they say now? It's good for optics.
Yes.
Oh, a modern word I don't like. So anyway, who needs a start? Interestingly enough, there's no electrics on this car.
Nope.
But later on, one of his rear lights is on.
Well, the electrics might still, or the battery might still be hooked up. He just can't run the engine or the alternator.
Yeah,
or
good
anything,
point. Good point. I'm just being pedantic, but never mind. Paul Dickinson's come out with a perler in the chat. I can't put it on the screen, unfortunately. That AI's getting really strict, I've noticed. We've got to be really careful now. But this is really cool. This is like a roller coaster ride now. But this is just a level of hyperbolous action in this film. It's just over the top. In fact, if anything, it's very comic book, isn't it, this?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, it's really over the top and ridiculous. I mean, when you do see, Arnie throughout the film, Matrix is basically a superhero. He does things that normal humans would not be able to do. So.
Some people compare this to like a Sergeant Rock comic.
Sure.
I can see the comparisons in places. Because it's just that level of it. It's so incredulous. You have to laugh at some of the things in this film. But he misses the first time. And this is interesting. Let me just go back a slide, right? These cars are obviously on a winding road.
Mm-hmm.
Arnie is virtually on like a straight to diagonal course.
Yes.
There's no way these cars would have made it around the next two bends.
No.
When Arnie comes down the hill, it's just physically impossible.
Yeah.
Although I don't think
he would have beaten them to the bottom of the hill long before they made the next two turns. Yeah.
So they came down. They would have had to do a left, go down some more. Gone down, done a right, gone down some more, done a left to get to this point, in which time Arnie would already be in the ditch laying upside down and on fire.
Yeah, he wouldn't have gotten two shots at them, that's for sure.
No, total rhubarb. But I love it. He still keeps trying anyway. And the look on this guy's face, it's like, he's not even looking in the direction of Matrix. He's looking at the camera crew. Obviously, they're on the tow thing, aren't they? At the moment, obviously,
yes, sure.
Because the camera rig's on the back of a truck. But this guy he's just looking straight. It's like he's doing a fourth wall break, but unintentionally. But anyway, Arnie completely misses again, and suddenly he's wearing a baseball cap. If you notice,
as you do,
yeah,
just suddenly,
yeah. Where's he got the baseball cap from? Oh, but he's all right. He's turned that thing over. It's on fire. And it blows up, and then he starts taking people on, but he gets overwhelmed a little bit.
Yep, gets some ketchup on his forehead.
Yeah, I thought that was tomato soup, to be fair.
Oh, it could be.
I know what it is. It's Kool-Aid. Yeah, somebody splashed him with Kool-Aid. Oh, fun times with all these toy guns and stuff. But anyway, Bennett, I thought you were dead.
Yep.
Oh, dear. But this is Vernon Wells, who was Wes in Mad Max 2. Great character actor. His next role after this was Mr. Igo in Inner Space.
Oh,
Did you ever see that funny attachment he had when he was having a nighttime cuddle with Dr. Margaret Kanker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a thing to agitate drinks. It was buzzing. Anyway, Manuel says in the chat that haircut is a war crime. I think it is. Yeah. So anyway, he shoots him with a tranquilizer gun, and then when he wakes up, he's surrounded by bad guys. The guy on the top left, that's Arius, played by Dan the Man Hedaya, who's been in lots of things, often plays Italian Americans in a lot of productions on TV.
Yep.
But the thing is, did you know he's of Persian persuasion?
Yeah. He's played all sorts of stuff and all sorts of different racial makeups for the characters. He's supposed to be the deposed leader of Valverde.
Yeah, a banana republic. He's like a former dictator. Interestingly enough, the version that I downloaded, because I've already got a physical copy, but I just needed a digital one. And the one that I downloaded was the US copy, whereas mine's the UK release, and they're totally different. The pacing and the editing is a lot better on the UK release, and the acting's slightly better because they left a lot of like dodgy bits in this. And there's a few performances by Dan Hedaya in this where he's over the top and a little bit cheesy. He's also hammy, which kind of reminds me of how he was in Alien Resurrection. He played General Perez in that.
Sure,
and his acting in that the character itself was really bad. I mean, I blame Joss Whedon for that one. But anyway, there's Sully on the right, a mercenary. And that's, is it Enrique, if I remember right? Or Hernandez? Something like that. He's got the atypical Hispanic name, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So anyway, he says, it wasn't a real gun, John, but I wanted to use the real thing. There's this level of antagonism between these two.
Yes.
There's some bad history because Bennett was a captain serving under John Matrix because John was a colonel. And Bennett was dishonorably discharged for being a bit too enthusiastic at making people go to sleep a little bit.
Yes. He was a little, yes. He was a big sleep enthusiast.
Yeah. And Dan Hedaya's character, Arius, says, "Do you remember me, Colonel? I remember you, scumbag." And there's a bit of an exchange. Dan Hedaya's character's a little bit aggrieved at this point, where they bring out his daughter, Jenny. Oh, no, poor Jenny. Bennett's got a keychain. Keychains were popular back in the mid-'80s. I remember having a keychain. Yes. And then they had the springy ones, which weren't so good. But Sully revels in being a bit of a bully here. He's only 5'2", isn't he, in this?
Oh, if that.
he almost looks like a midget, doesn't he, in comparison to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He does.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah.
Because you have to suspend disbelief watching this, and one of the characters might be suspended in a bit more than disbelief a little bit later on. But basically, the bargaining chip is that this guy was basically a dictator in a banana republic called Valverde. Valverde was the location of Predator in Predator, strangely enough.
Yeah, it actually depends on who you ask, because if you ask some of the screenwriters, that's where it was. If you look at some of the other sources, it's supposed to be Guatemala. If you look at some of the other sources, it's some other made-up country. But yeah, Valverde actually was in a number of different productions. In fact, it was a favorite of screenwriter Stephen E. D'Souza. He would reuse Valverde because it avoided any kind of political implications that might, if you were using a real country.
Yeah.
So yeah, he inserted that in there in many of the different screenwriting jobs that he had. And then it also, after it had appeared a few times, it started being picked up by other people who started using that in their productions as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a usable foil for Hollywood screenwriters in an attempt not to upset any Central American countries at all.
Exactly, yeah.
There we go. But anyway, Arius was, a bit of a discipline. I can't say words tonight. I'm sorry. He was a bad guy. He was a bad egg, and he was forcibly deposed by Matrix and his squad. And then President Velasquez was put in his place. Well, Arius wants Velasquez to go to sleep for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. And he wants his old job back. He's like that mayor in RoboCop. They'll even throw in a Blaupunkt.
There you go.
So anyway, back at Matrix's house, Kirby and his team have turned back up and they've found a lot of bodies. So they know that he's been taken.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. They're in the know. So anyway, Matrix.
He says something to the effect of, "Are there any more bodies?" "No, just the ones we found." He says, "Well, if Matrix is gone, then I expect to see more.
Yeah,
I expect to see more bodies."
The thing is, that line keeps getting reused a lot in this. It's like, well, I'd expect to see more bodies. World War III, blah blah blah. There's always a convenient thing. But anyway, Matrix has got to fly back to Valverde. And he's got to he's got to make the president to go to sleep for a while. So Arius can take his job for a while. So Bennett's taking him to the airport where he's going to be escorted by Hernandez. We'll go for Hernandez for now.
Is it Enriquez?
Enriquez, yeah, maybe.
I'm thinking
I'll go with that. I'm going to change his name to Hernandez. It's easier for me to remember, to be fair. Sully's there too. Look at Sully. He's got to be like 5'2". In fact, I'm just going to do that now. How tall is David Patrick Kelly? 1.68 meters. What's that in English? Do we know? Oh, 5'6". Last time I saw him. Last time I saw him in anything, he was in the John Wick movies. He was a wet work guy, wasn't he? Cleanup guy. Okay, so anyway, he's been escorted to presumably LAX for a guess, and he's got to get on a plane. These guys are going to make sure you get. Sully's going to make sure you get on the plane. And it's funny that Bennett is Australian. Arnie's well, Matrix is from East Germany. It's funny, they're all in an American Special Forces group. They must have been hired out or headhunted. Yeah. And the second time in cinematic history, Arnie gives the line, "I'll be back, Bennett," which is great. "John, I'll be waiting, John." Oh, this is a good line. This is where we get a lot of trouble kicking off.
Oh, boy.
And he's like, "Here you go. I'm going to give you $20. It'll give us a bit more time with your daughter, Matrix.
Yeah, have some beers.
You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last."
That's why I'm going to kill you last. that is easily one of the best lines in the entire film.
Another one of these.
There's a bunch of great one-liners, but that one is top notch.
It entered pop culture. It's up there with the best of them. But the way he delivers it is so ice cold, and he means it. He knows he's going to do it. Mm-hmm. And there they go. And Enrique Hernandez, whatever. We'll just call him. Yeah, he's not. We don't have to worry about it much longer. He's only in about another 4 slides, isn't he?
He's going to take it. He's going to take a nap in just a few minutes.
Yeah. So he's overconfident too. Oh, look, it's Chelsea Field. I like Chelsea Field. She was great in The Last Boy Scout.
Yeah.
She's still married to Scott Bakula, isn't she? She got 2 kids with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you not know
I didn't put that together, no.
Yeah. So anyway, he boards the plane. Any luggage? Only him.
Yeah.
He's getting one in, isn't he?
Yep.
"Open your mouth again, I'll nail it shut." Yeah, you and whose army? So anyway, "I need a pillow and a blanket, please."
And a blanket. Yes.
So anyway, doors getting closed to get ready for flight, and Enrique must have banged his head or something.
Yeah, he gives him a little spinal adjustment.
Yeah.
And
and he's having a nice restful sleep because he couldn't relax. That's probably why he was a bit grumpy in the airport.
Yeah.
He needed a time out. So anyway, how long's the flight to Valverde? 11 hours. Chelsea Field, gorgeous in this.
Yes.
I had a crush on her back in the 80s. I'm kind of jealous of Scott Bakula.
Yeah. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Yeah. Sir, you can't get up. I'm airsick. They haven't even set off yet.
Yeah.
They're only taxiing at this stage.
Taxiing. Yeah, I'm airsick.
So anyway, he knows how to use the service elevator. So he goes down, and I love this bit. He opens this door, and there's a Doberman there.
Yeah, just right there.
But if you notice, it's not actually barking at him. He goes straight past it, and the dog is still barking.
It's still barking.
Whatever it is, what's antagonizing it. But I like how when he opens the door, he's like, he knows the dog's there, obviously, because he's read the script, but it's just his level of coolness. It's like, I'm not scared of her. And how is it physically possible for a human to tear into materials that are of aerospace quality?
Yeah, no, you would not be doing that. This is clearly some other material they've got here. It's not the real aircraft grade material they have there.
I think you need a special cutting device to actually get through that material in real life. Yeah. So anyway, he just rips it open with his bare hands.
Yeah.
And this is interesting. There's one scene when he gets out this door and he's hanging onto the wheel. And 1 minute, the undercarriage is halfway up, then it's back down again.
Yep.
And then it's gone when he jumps off the plane, which we'll see shortly. But this was actually a rig on the side of the camera truck. So they'd actually bought what they'd done. I don't know if it's in California or Nevada, that aircraft graveyard.
Yes, yeah.
And they just went there.
Nevada.
And they just went there and bought some parts and recreated
picked up some gear. Why not?
And then just attached it to the side of a truck. But look, it's gone. There we go.
Yep, it's gone. Yep.
And I love that. That does not look drawn in at all, does it?
No. That's top notch.
When they developed the negative of this film, it's like nobody was waiting with a Sharpie. Because that looks like something my nephew would do. Bless him.
Just doodle that in there.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, this is interesting. When he lands in this marsh of all places, and he just gets up. When he takes his jacket off, his trousers are completely wet and soaked. Sets his watch for 11 hours as a countdown. That Seiko, by the way, is unofficially called the Arnie.
Really?
And he wore that very same watch in Predator.
Oh.
Exact watch. They let him keep it. It's so good I kept it. Well, nobody's going to argue with you, Arnie. You take what you want, mate.
Are they going to try and take it back from him? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but the thing is, as soon as he runs up the hill, I didn't include this shot because do you know how many slides there were originally when I first took the slides? There was over 5,000. I had to whittle it down to less than 600. I do that every time. It's my turn to do some. Normally, Brian does them, not Brian. And he does such a fantastic job of them. And when I do it, I just make a complete hash of it. So if things aren't of the usual quality, you can blame me for that. So anyway, he manages to jump on the back of this rescue truck. And nobody's ever hitched on the back of a moving vehicle at all, have they, growing up?
No.
I've never done it. Honest. No, we don't do things like that.
No, too dangerous. Yeah, don't try this at home, kids.
No, don't do it, kids. It's scary, and you might end up going to sleep for a while. Anyway, he jumps off, and he's straight over the security barriers and everything. Meanwhile, the bird has flown. Gracias, Soli. And he goes, this is interesting. In the English version, Arias says to Jenny, your father seems to be cooperating. You'll be back with him in no time at all. Won't that be nice? And she says, not nearly as nice as seeing him smash your face in, to which Bennett laughs at. But in this version, she says, not as good as seeing him kick your ass.
Really?
Yeah.
The version I watched was the U.S. version, and he has the smash your face in, or she has the smash your face in line. So
well, that's interesting.
That's interesting that you got a different version. Because I rented obviously it's been a little while since I've seen this, so I rented it and make sure to watch it again.
Yeah, back in the day, I made a grr copy. I was very fond of making grr copies, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
which we never used to do, putting two videos together and making magic happen.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Sully notices a girl in the next phone booth, an air stewardess called Cindy.
I mean, wouldn't you notice her?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Dawn Chong, absolutely stunning young lady here. So anyway, Sully is just really cocky and confident, and he's basically trying to chat her up. What do you call chatting up in America? You know, like when you're trying to get when you want to have a special kind of hug with a lady.
Pickup lines, come-ons. Yeah, lots of different.
Yeah, we call it chatting up over here.
Yeah.
But he does. He wants to have a very special mummy and daddy cuddle with Cindy. Lots of ones in the chat. Oh, my goodness. Oh, everybody's wanting. So anyway, Matrix is watching from afar and he's noticed that Sully's very interested in Cindy. And then he just stalks her. Can you remember the times when you could walk in and out of place with a cigarette on?
Much less an airport.
Yeah.
I just flew just a few weeks ago. You were walking in and out of anywhere in that airport, much less with a cigarette.
Yeah. I remember when you could when people smoked in hospitals, when you could smoke in a bed in hospitals. That's what, probably 40 years ago, maybe?
It's been quite some time, yeah.
Yeah, how times have changed. And he's not stalking her at all, but I'm not joking. She has a fantastic set of legs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crikey.
She's a gorgeous woman.
Yeah. I remember she was in a show with Adrian Pasdar, wasn't she? A while back now. And I can't remember. It was kind of like a Warehouse 13 type of deal. Oh, crikey. I can't remember the name of that show. If anybody knows in the chat, can you remind me? Anyway, Sully is stalking Cindy, but Matrix is stalking Sully. So does that kind of, balance it out?
I suppose.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, I don't know LAX, even though I've been there. But is Tom Bradley International Terminal at LAX for a guess? There's a reason I ask.
Probably.
Have you ever seen the movie Gotcha?
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, right. Well, there's a scene in that when the protagonist comes back from Germany. And he comes through those very same doors in a scene in that film. We did it not so long back on Just Great Movies, strangely enough. So anyway, Sully approaches Cindy as she's going to her car. Just look at her. Crikey. She could melt ice 1,000 miles away. No wonder the polar ice caps are melting. It's Ray Dawn Chong's fault. Yeah, and she gets shout-outs in songs. That's how hot she is.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sully tries again, and he's not very gracious about it, and he calls her a mean name.
Nasty name, yeah.
Yeah. I think you can steer boats with them, doesn't he? He calls her an oar. Yeah, for boating, I imagine.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, she's like, oh, look at the size of his hands. They're massive.
Yeah, I know. He's huge.
Even scared, she looks cute. There's no Dave here, man.
Yeah.
I'm guessing technically Cheech Marin's not blood relative uncle. He would have been Uncle Cheech, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Godfather, something like that, maybe.
Can you imagine having Cheech as your godfather? That'd be so cool. I wonder if Mark, her brother, who was in The Matrix, because he was Tank, wasn't he, in the Matrix? He was the operator on the Nebuchadnezzar.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird. He didn't come back for the for the subsequent films.
Nope.
Ka-ching! He wanted a bit more ka-ching, and the Wachowskis said, bye. Yeah, get in your car.
He first tells her, don't move. And then says, scooch over. She says, you told me not to move.
Yeah. She's very quick-witted. I don't know whether it's that's genuine personality coming through or that was actually scripted. Because I know a rumor has it that there was a lot of ad-libbing on this show.
Could be.
So anyway, Arnie being the big chap he is, the Austrian oak, he rips the seat out of that car. Just look at her
just tears it right out of the car. Well, he wouldn't be able to fit in the regular seat, I suppose. So
no. Well, there are shots where there's clearly a seat in that car, and they're not at the same height. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just the look on her face there. I need you to follow Sully. But he's got
I know you were going to say that. That was what she's like, I knew you were going to say that.
A nice yellow Porsche. That doesn't scream decadent 80s in LA, does it?
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, I noticed the number plate there. GPU. Cool. I like that. I can relate to that. Oh dear, the price of RAM. Who'd have known? So anyway, I want you to follow Sully, which they do. They're not standout cars. You've got a bright yellow Porsche, and you've got this. It's an Alpine, isn't it? A red Alpine.
Is she? What? Trying to remember.
Yeah,
I looked it up at one point.
The name badge on the car, they must have used two, because the name badges keep disappearing. It's almost like door mirrors. They keep vanishing and reappearing on cars in this film a lot. So anyway, he goes into a mall and they follow him. And it's funny, they seem to have convenient parking in these malls. When I visit a mall, you can't get parked where you want to get parked. You end up like being a mile away and having to walk. There's never any convenience. So anyway, Sully's off in the elevator, and Matrix is like, you've got to follow Sully. It's all about Sully at this point. He's the key to success. I mean, Matrix's only mission objective here is the retrieval of his daughter, and that's his highest priority. So Sully goes into this bar, and Matrix is like, go on. But there we go. We get a constant reminder that time is a crucial factor in this film. But she goes straight to a mall cop. There's a big guy out there.
There's a big guy out there in a green T-shirt. He's kidnapped me. Well, you don't look very kidnapped.
Yeah, she doesn't seem stressed or, like she's in any undue danger. But Sully is a mercenary. And he's met up with this guy who does great work on transmissions, apparently.
Indeed, yes. Transmissions.
Yeah. So anyway, it's fake passports. So he must do a lot of traveling under aliases.
Yeah.
The life of a mercenary, eh?
Indeed.
Yeah, that'll do just fine. But David Patrick Kelly's performance in this, he's a sleazy guy, isn't he?
What does he say? He says something about this place used to be good for picking up slash.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Slash to me is slang term for going for a wee. Obviously, I'm guessing it must mean something different in military circles.
Yeah.
So anyway, More Cop Extreme, who's a special officer, is very special indeed. And Arnie's not at all looking sketchy and suspicious.
No, not at all.
And there's just random people walking past him, and they're not noticing that he's looking rather sketchy. And then he's like, straight on his CB, hey, there's a guy out there, you might be a wacko. And this guy is trying to...
he's picking up ladies,
picking up these two, hey girls, do you want to see me kick some ass? And this is a great line, and I can't repeat it verbatim because YouTube's very delicate these days. But he says, there's a rather big chap here, and we might need a bit of assistance. We might need more than 6 of us.
He's one big mother falcon.
Yeah. But the girl on the left, she is so sweet. Anyway, moving swiftly on. But in the meantime, Cindy gets noticed by Sully. Place has got a bit crowded. And then he comes out the slash line, doesn't he?
Yes.
I think I found something, though.
But I think I found something. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's funny. That more cop on the left, I don't think he could... he doesn't look very competent.
No, and he definitely looks a little scared to even be in the same room with Arnie.
But the smaller guy who was trying to sweet talk those ladies earlier, he just looks overconfident. But Arnie just gives this like look out of the corner of his eye. It's like, what are you doing? I can see you. Would that be so funny? I heard a story where some comedian was talking about Christopher Walken, and he did a perfect impression of him going, I can see you. But wouldn't that be great if you could dub Christopher Walken saying that over Arnie as he's looking out of the corner of his eye? But like, what are you doing here? I'm waiting for my friend.
Waiting for my friend.
Then Sully happens to come out, and he's like, it's Matrix, give me a quarter. And he just goes raiding a bag. Yeah.
Yeah, just starts conveniently digging in her purse. Yeah.
Yeah. And the look on her face like, really? You're doing that, are you? So he goes to use a phone booth, and Matrix goes for him. And what does Sully do? Takes a shot out of the phone booth. Mm-hmm. These are really cool, like chic 80s phone booths. Look at them.
They're crazy looking. Yeah. Yeah. So this initially, the director thought Arnie could just go and pick one of these up and throw it across the room. And he looked at the director like, I'm not actually the Terminator. I can't act. No, I can't lift that, especially with a person in it. No. So he finally convinced them that they would have to build a special one. So they had the effects people build out one that was made of balsa wood so that he could pick it up and chuck it.
Yeah.
But the director was consistently under this idea that he really was superhuman.
Franco points out, and I like this. This is true minutia here. But it is true. They're bolted to the ground.
They are indeed, yes.
Paul Dickinson says, I'm sorry, I can't take your call right now. But your call is important to us, Paul. Please hang on the line.
Yes.
But yeah, excuse me. He just picks it up and just tosses it. And Sully's like, ugh. And he starts taking pot shots at random people. But you've got like innocent bystanders who are just, these are extras. Because this mall was rented out over, I think it was 5 days. At night time, so at 9 o'clock at night they'd start shooting. So a lot of people say, "Oh, when Arnie goes in, it's daytime, and then when he comes out, it's nighttime." Well, there's a reason for that.
Yes,
it's called location. So Sully tries to make a run for it, and I love this. He's going down in the elevator. Matrix is like just weighing his options up at the moment, and after beating off some guards. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say it like that, am I? Beating off means something else over the other side of the pond. I do apologize.
He's He does do the very ridiculous, the 9 people piled on top of one guy, and he stands up and throws all of them to the side. Yeah, it's pretty silly.
It is. It's just pure comic book, isn't it? It is. This is somebody's over the top fantasy of action. And
yes, I believe it was the producer Joel Silver was insistent that this film have what he called exaggerated reality. So completely over the top.
Yeah, I mean, it was an 18 here, so I'm guessing it was an R-rated one in the States. But anyway, he swings down on one of these tubes, lands on the top of that elevator. You can clearly see it's Arnie's stunt double for obvious reasons. I didn't show the picture because it was just too ridiculous to show, really.
This is definitely one stunt he did not get to do.
But he does jump off that, and I'm guessing it was into an airbag.
Sure.
But when he goes out, he has to beat off another couple of guards. Sorry. He has to tackle another couple of guards. I'm sorry about this. We're getting lost in translation because you have to be careful on here these days. Because now the Skynet's taken over, it's getting a bit dicey, isn't it? What you can and can't say these days.
Well, and Sully on his way, at least he was just knocking some guys around. Sully on his way out was covering guys in ketchup all over the place.
Yeah.
So
and jelly donut residue as well, and obviously I couldn't show the pictures because the AI doesn't like it. But if you notice here, the door mirror on that Porsche clearly gets knocked off.
Yes.
Please keep that in mind, right, for future reference. That car should not have a driver's side mirror, right?
Noted.
So anyway, Arnie goes speeding off in Cindy's car. It's funny, he knocks this gate out, and then in the next shot, it's up, the barrier's up. Some great continuity. So Matrix goes after Sully, and Cindy's having none of this. She's like, hang on a minute. You're in my car, mate. So I think you can hold on a minute. Oh, sorry. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there. So anyway, Matrix sees her and she comes running down, flags him down. She tries to sit in that seat, and she goes flying back when he sets off.
Yeah.
And then she's saying, "Oh, you swing from the top of there like Tarzan, and there's people after me, and there's people trying to shoot you, and you're going to tell me what's going off?" No. Very Terminator-like delivery of some of the lines.
Yeah,
but,
I do like there was a line earlier when they're first getting around, and basically he says, is the guy, what's this guy done? He's always trying to kill me, and she says, I've only known you for 5 minutes, and I want to kill you.
Yeah. There is tell you something. This is quality writing for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like peak VHS 80s, and I love it. I make no bones about it.
No.
So anyway, Arnie gives full chase after Sully, and Cindy's more concerned about a car because, oh look, there's a mirror.
There's a wing mirror
on the driver's side door. How did that get back there? He must have had a spare.
I'll be honest, I actually think that wing mirror has changed colors a couple of times.
Yeah,
as well.
It was. I'm sure it was. Yeah, I know he must have knocked the paint off. That
was it. Yeah, he just knocked all the yellow paint off and
that's right.
It with
must have been like a plastic cover or something. But anyway, Matrix is trying to career into the side of Sully's Porsche, so he starts taking a few pot shots. And look, that side of the car is in perfect condition. It was all banged up a moment ago. And that wing mirror's back again.
It is.
But Matrix finally gets a bit of a shove on Sully and he tips over. And this is great. And yet, they crash into that, I guess it's a phone pole.
Yeah.
And they're not wearing seatbelts or anything. And they're just fine. Don't worry, it'll buff out, as I like to say at this particular point.
Yes.
She said, I think I'm dead. No, you're all right.
You're all right. No, I just had this wreck with no restraints at all, and you weren't even in a seat. But no, we're fine. You're good.
If this was a video on YouTube, we're coming up to the most watched part shortly.
Indeed.
Well, it would be one of two, but this is one of them coming up soon. So he kind of frisks Sully while he's kind of out for the count a little bit, gets the key to a motel. And there's a bit of an exchange, and Sully's very defiant here, and he says, like, you can't do anything to me. You need me to get my daughter, and I'll take you to Cook, because he knows where she is. And he's like, but you won't. It's not the biggest problem right now, Sully. The biggest problem is gravity. I have to remind you, Sully, this is my weak arm.
This is my weak arm.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's great.
But in the wider shot, and I didn't include it because, it's obvious to anybody who's seen it, he's wearing a wire on his leg. He's being supported by a crane.
Yeah, and this was another one where the director seemingly thought that Arnie would just be able to just do this. And he said, are you kidding? Like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I could hold him there, but, he could fall. I'm not going to be responsible for this. Like, no, maybe we're going to have to suspend him somehow.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Mark L. Lester was perfect for the director's job.
It could be.
Yeah, because he'd really bought into it. And he's like, yeah, but you won't. I already know. You're going to meet Cook. Remember, Sully, when I promised to kill you last? I love this bit. That's right, Matrix, you did. I lied.
Down he goes.
Oh, there he is. And he looks like a dummy at this point. Oh, wait, he is.
Very much. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with him. I just want to assure people he's doing base jumping. He's actually wearing a parachute, and he does this quite often, and he knows exactly when to pull the cord. It's
one of those really cartoony things, where they fall and they have the chute and it gets caught up in the trees and he dangles there. He just dangles there for the rest of the movie. It's one of those cartoons.
This is almost like the Chuck Jones Warner Brothers cartoons of the 60s.
Of course.
It's almost really a cliche of that at this point. This is like Coyote and Roadrunner, isn't it?
Beep,
I love
beep.
it. So anyway, it just lets him go. Sorry, I gave the line away.
Yeah, you did.
You don't have a car. I do now. I mean, the look on Cindy's face.
Yeah.
And he's like, what did you do with Sully? I let him go. There we go. And there we go. This is what it's all about. This is Jenny Matrix, played by Alyssa Milano, who's got a charmed perspective on life. She doesn't get herself into any hot water at all on social media.
None at all, no.
And what's a movie of this caliber without a cheap, dirty, seedy motel in the mix? You've got to at least visit one, haven't you, during a production of a movie of this caliber?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. There's got to be at least one scene.
And when I say it like that, I do mean it in a very respectful and loving way, because I grew up with films like this, and I don't know how old you are, Professor, but I'm guessing this is we're quite similar in movie taste and eras, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah,
but this was funny.
Oh no, yeah, this is This is a like I said, a classic 80s action film, and really, as we've kind of said several times now, even as an action film, it's plotted, it's written, it's the timing and everything is actually much closer to a straight up comedy than it is your typical action movie of the day. So it's always been something I thought was incredibly charming. But yeah, we get gotta have the seedy motel. Gotta have.
Yeah, of course you have. And there might be a reason for that later. You know, maybe people are videoing themselves having a rest.
Yes.
Ash and Prism says in the chat, cold-blooded awesomeness. It is. You know. Sword in the Storm makes some great comments, which I can't put on the screen anymore. Because of YouTube being like it is. But we're running out of time. Time is a factor. And he says to Cindy, what are you doing? Now she's going to help him out, which is great, really. So they got to look around Sully's place. Meanwhile, oh, look, it's Cook in his pimpmobile.
It is caddy, yes.
That's a caddy too, is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I like cars like that. Cars over here are tiny.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, yeah. The caddies there's huge boat of a vehicle. Yeah.
And it's like, I talk to my friends in the States and go, oh, what car have you got? Oh, I've got this big 8.5 litre. And I'm like, what? 8.5 litre? My last car was a 2 litre. And obviously the way things are in this country, I've had to downsize the engine. Now I've got a 1.4 hybrid. And God. It's terrible.
This is a 76 Cadillac Eldorado.
Nice.
Yeah, this probably weighs 2.5 tons, I would imagine.
This is a proper car. So anyway, he turns up at the sunspot, knocks at the door, and it's Cook. And he rips the top open and says, make it look like you had a good time with Sully. But the thing is, Cook's obviously got military training. Now, Matrix has had to walk past that door to get in that corner. Surely Cook would have seen the silhouette of Arnie going behind that door, because when Cindy comes up, when Cindy comes up to that door, you can just you can see everything. And he goes, where's Sully? In the shower. Who are you? Room service.
Room service. It's great writing.
God.
Great
she
writing.
Is so gorgeous. She really is stunning. Wow. Oh, if I got that for Christmas, I'd never be off it. So anyway, he's like, step away. Because he's not at all paranoid. He's not using that military training in everyday life circumstances. Situational awareness, I believe it's called. So anyway, there we go. Gavin Blackburn says, just in my defense, a 1.4 hybrid is near to Formula One size these days. It truly is.
Yeah.
What's this? Fleetwood says, the director wanted Arnold to take his car and spin it on his finger and then slam it on Duke. I don't doubt that at all. So this is great. We're coming up to some proper, like, comic book level fighting here.
Yes.
Obviously, I've had to tame it down, but he goes, hey, Sully. Matrix just taps him on the shoulder as he turns round. He gives him a right, and they start fighting. It looks like Arnie's biting his arm here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I can't beat you, so I'll bite you.
Yeah. He gets a few shots off at him, and they start wrestling for the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you notice that lamp
this
there,
is LA, so no one's going to notice a few gunshots.
yeah, it's every day. It's the norm now, isn't it? From
Yeah.
what I've heard. But that lamp gets it, and then in a couple of scenes, it's back there. It's in one piece. It's amazing that whoever was in charge of continuity, you deserve everything you get in life. But those glass tiles, they all get knocked through. There's a gun hole there because Cooks took a pot shot and missed. And Cindy says, I can't believe this macho BS. I can't believe it's come to the point where I'm having to say BS instead of the word.
Yes, and yeah, she has a few more pot shots she gets in here about eating too much red meat and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
like
these guys eat too much red meat. Yeah, that's a great line. But like I say, look, the lamp gets it, and then in a couple of scenes' time, it's in one piece. It's like it's never even been touched. And there's a great line here. He goes, "You scared, MF? God, can't say the word anymore. You should be. The Green Beret's about to kick your big bottom." And Arnie goes, "I eat Green Berets for breakfast, and right now I'm very hungry.
Right now I'm very hungry." Yeah,
the way he says it.
That was, that set off like the whole like I eat something for breakfast line. Like that just became cultural thing from then on out. Yeah.
It's great how stuff like this enters, pop culture, makes the transition into everyday life and people use it, and it's just, I love it when I hear references like that. It's like, yeah, cool. You win a t-shirt. But they have a bit of a scrap. Cook resorts to getting his gun when he picks it up again and starts taking pot shots. Arnie kicks him into the next room and wakes a couple up who were asleep.
Yeah, I mean they were recording themselves doing a little.
It was a sleep study
wrestling.
for UCLA,
their
sleep department.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Cook goes to shoot him, and he says, "Chuck you, my friend," and he's run out of bullets.
He's out of bullets.
And Arnie says, "Chuck you." Anyway, Cook gets a few more. I can't really describe it without crossing this. That's how bad it is. There's a veil I can't cross anymore. I'm so. I feel like a fat guy in a donut shop. And the guy running the shop has to go out, and he says to the fat guy, "Don't touch the donuts." I won't. I feel like that fat guy right now. I can't do it. But they continue to have a scrap, and Cook's hurt himself, so Matrix is trying to get rid of his cramp in his groin.
Yes.
By lifting him up and throwing him through some bars. So they have a few more punches. And he unfortunately lands funny, and he's having a rest.
He has to have a little lie down. Yes, and
Cindy's not looking as though she's going to hold on to her lunch.
Nope.
But they're not getting any information out of Cook because he's bit a donut, and he's got jelly everywhere.
Yeah, he's got having a little diabetic coma here.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Just
they'll be getting him some help.
A Snickers.
So,
he'll have a Snickers and a cup of coffee with a couple of sugars in it, and he'll be fine. But he's not getting any information out of Cook, so they leave him to have a rest. He'll be fine in the morning. So they've borrowed Cook's car because he can't drive in his current condition. So they have a good look through it, and Cindy finds a clue. Oh, gets a bit Scooby-Doo at this point, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
So it turns out it's for aircraft fuel, and there's an address there, Patria Enterprises, which is in San Pedro.
San Pedro.
Which is in California.
Indeed, yeah.
And there's a zip code there too. I wonder, what is it, Redondo Street? I'm guessing, I wonder if that's a real place. I wonder if you can Google map it. So that's
could be.
The receipt for fuel there says Long Beach on it. So anyway, they determine it's a special type of fuel. So they go to this Patria Enterprises. Absolutely no admittance. And this is where the Horner soundtrack starts sounding like Aliens in places. There's a lot of the musical cues are all very similar. Oh, look, there's a padlock there. Oh, that means nothing to Matrix. He just ate them for breakfast, and I'm still hungry.
Just tears it apart with his hands.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Cindy's like, ah! Obviously he's had too many steaks for breakfast, but he just climbs up a pipe on the outside, rips the sheeting off the side of that building, gets in, and right at this point here, when we look at Aria's operation in the US, the music sounds like, which bit is it? It's when the Sulaco's hovering over LV-426.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And the music is virtually identical to those scenes in Aliens. And I thought that was really great. But Horner did a really good job of the score because he had all the steel drums, didn't he? Like the Caribbean sound. Although it wasn't really Caribbean, it was, this is more Central America. But a nice effort. But he does what he does best. He goes skulking around under tanks and does a bit of hiding around and waits till the coast is clear. And this guy's just minding his own business. Arnie just goes up and he goes, "You've got some jelly on your jacket." He tries to wipe it off for him, but he accidentally, he's gone into a bit of a diabetic thing too.
Yep. I always love just the idea of Arnie sneaking anywhere.
If I just go back a slide, do you know why I thought that was? When the younger version of me thought it was Adrian Zemed from TJ Hooker.
Oh, okay.
You know, if he'd let himself go a little bit, you know, Shatner kind of ruined the show and things didn't work out well for Adrian, and this is what it's come to. But I thought it was him. I realized later in life, when I got better spectacles, that it wasn't actually him. But he lets Cindy in and they check out some maps and discover that they're on some island off the coast of California. And Type 4 fuel is exactly what that plane needs. That's a Grumman boat thingamabob. I can't get the word out. What did they call them? Oh, crikey.
It's an amphibian plane, yeah.
Yeah. There was another name. There was a nickname for him. I can't remember. Plane boat? I don't know.
She refers to it as a canoe with wings.
Well, get in and start paddling. That's a great line coming up. So anyway, that's a Grumman. That unfortunately burnt down in a hangar fire in 1999.
Oh.
And it was a 1942 plane, so it was vintage even in the production of this. So they determined with the fuel invoice that it's 250 gallons. That's exactly how much it would take to fly that plane to there and back. So the clues are there. So they've got to go to this island. But they've got to do something first. And they've got to do some shopping.
Yeah, so they go to the Army Surplus.
Surplus City.
Yeah.
Not unlike Spatula City. Except it's not spatulas. Anyway, I've heard some rumors and I've seen some videos online that this is how you shop in California. You get a bulldozer, you put the front window in. Notice, let me just go back a slide. Right, very important. We notice that there's a lot of glass and bars and a bulldozer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take note of that. It will become very important shortly. So anyway, Matrix lets himself in. This is called California discount shopping.
Yes.
Apparently, it's fully endorsed by some bloke called New Scum.
Yep.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
If you need it, you just go in and take it. That's how it works in California.
Yeah, so he's just loading up on everything he needs, and he finds a secret room with super soakers and airsoft devices.
Yeah.
So he just basically helps himself, and there's all kinds of toys in there, claymores,
some paintball guns.
Yeah, it's all airsoft stuff, and I like that because it's good. It's non-lethal. But if you notice, Arnie takes that rocket launcher, which it's a Nerf one, isn't it?
Yes,
Professor?
yeah. Those launches those really big darts.
Yeah, it's all safe. Yeah. You know, it's Nerf, soft and yielding. But Cindy's quite impressed with the size of Arnie's package.
Indeed,
it's a whopper. Go, he says. But if you notice, she goes out with a trolley and just goes straight out. Those bars and that bulldozer are still there. And she manages to wheel everything out in a shopping cart.
Well, she's got skills.
Yeah.
I love how there is a good detail here. We've been giving it to the continuity people so far, and a lot of the mess that they've made of this.
Yeah.
But she's got what right
The
there with the rocket
instructions.
launcher.
Yeah.
The manual.
Not many people pick up on this. This is why I took this shot specifically. You picked up on it, which is great, because a lot of people say, well, how did she know how to do that? And she comes out with a line later, and this proves it's true. So while she was waiting in the car, that's what she was doing. She was reading the instruction manual.
Yep.
So anyway, Arnie carries on with his Newscombe level shopping activities, which are rudely stopped by some rather rude gentlemen at the shopman's.
I'm not sure what they're thinking, interrupting his shopping experience this way.
Arnie is a guest in your country.
Yes.
How dare they treat somebody from another place differently? That's just wrong. And they're beanbag guns, which is really cool. Still hurts.
Yeah.
I saw Johnny Knoxville take one in the nutsack once, which was quite interesting. But then the police come and how dare they arrest an Austrian on America? He's East German, isn't he? How dare they arrest an East German on American soil? Anyway, he gets chucked in a paddy wagon. Time's running out. It's got nearly 5 hours. Cindy follows in Cook's Pimpmobile, which is a Cadillac, which I'm well impressed. Call General Franklin Kirby. He will explain everything. Kirby, eh? We ran him in last week, which is another great line.
Last week.
Oh, I love it.
Great line.
I love that little cop there. He could tell he's like a midget, but he's dead cheeky. I don't know this guy, and I'm sure I've seen him in a couple of other films around that era.
Yeah.
But he just looks. He looks like a bloke who was in the English version of Jackass. It was called, oh, crikey. I've forgotten its name. Lads in the chat, what was that? The three Welsh guys and the Londoner. What was it called? Oh, Dirty Sanchez. Yeah, we had a show called Dirty Sanchez, which was like a rip-off of Jackass. And there was a character, one of the people in that was called Pancho. And this guy looks exactly like Pancho. From Dirty Sanchez. In fact, I'm going to look that up while we talk about this. Yeah, Dirty Sancho. No, that's not. Let me just find an image.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't look like that now. He's put quite a considerable amount of weight on.
Yeah.
But he did look like him. It's Pancho from Dirty Sanchez. If you want to look him up, he does kind of look like him. So anyway, Cindy follows the paddy wagon. And she gives Matrix a bit of a nod. And she just looks all nonchalant and innocent at this point. And she smiles at this cop and he goes, hooker, not bad. The way he says it, not bad.
I think she's got something she wants to give us.
Yeah, I think she does. And she gives that is a smile that could get anywhere with a man. If you don't find her attractive, then I think you're on the wrong bus. So she just stands up. I think she's got something for us. That is an understatement.
Yeah.
Anyway, she didn't read those instructions very well.
I think she read them upside down.
Maybe so. But she takes a pot shot and takes out some mom and pop's hardware store or something.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. In fact, that's almost reminiscent of RoboCop when they get the Cobra assault rifles.
Yes.
And she's like, oops, wrong way round. And they're like, oh, what was that? Oh, my God. She gives it another go, fires. Oh, sorry. And it just knocks her back. She ends up on the back seat and she's got her legs up in the air. Oh, every man's wish. Anyway. I'm being misogynistic, so I better move on. And have you noticed, look, there's that rod that they have inside vehicles when they want them to explode and tip over. Yes. Obviously, that shot did not go according to plan.
Nope.
Because normally when they take these kind of shots, although you see that bolt thing, I mean, it's pretty much like a telegraph pole, isn't it? But it's metal. And they use it to they use compressed air to blow it out the bottom of the vehicle to tip it over. But you can clearly see it there, and it's attached by a wire as well. Can you see that?
Yes. Yep. Something here did not function the way that they expected it to, but they got the shot. So
yeah. It reminds me of the director, the direction. Did you ever see? Did you ever used to watch Stargate SG-1?
Oh yeah.
You know, in the Wormhole Extreme episode,
Yes.
where the director says, "Clear the gate, next," and they just move on, and even though it could be garbage.
Yes.
It's just kind of like that, isn't it? All the way through this.
Yeah. It's yeah. We got it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's next.
Apparently, Clint Eastwood directs like that. And I can't fault anything Clint Eastwood. You wouldn't want to get it wrong on the first take with Clint Eastwood, though, would you, to be fair?
No.
I mean,
that's my understanding about Jonathan Frakes, too. It's like just one take and let's move on kind of thing.
Do you know, producers and accountants love directors like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Matrix climbs out. I didn't know you could get out the bottom of a paddy wagon like that. But he does it. And this cop, he's just like, what? The just look on his face, and he says, "Where did you learn how to do that?" "I read the instructions." Boom. There we go. She really did. Meanwhile,
Yep.
on an island somewhere is Mr. Bennett and Arius. And he's like, do you think Matrix will go through with this? And Bennett's like, whether he gets his daughter back or not, if he does it, he's going to come for you. And the only thing stopping him is me. Meanwhile, Jenny's contemplating her confinement, which is giving Matrix a bit of time to get to the port where that boat's housed. And obviously they've got some Banana Republic patrols going around.
Yes.
And it's not a good day for this guy on the right because, look, Arnie's trying to stop him from banging his head. This guy is exceedingly clumsy.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's too late. Arnie didn't get there in time. He banged his head twice on that log what was sticking out.
That's
my goodness.
It's a shame. Yeah.
So he's going to have to sleep it off, but I think he might... Arnie is going to leave him a couple of Tylenol on his chest. So when he wakes up, he's got something for the headache.
Yep.
He'll
sleep it off. He'll be all right.
Mick is so clumsy. I don't know. So anyway, they go to the boat plane, and the Banana Republic guards have turned around and noticed that they're there. And she says, "I can't fly this. It's a boat with wings."
Yeah, it's a canoe with wings.
Yeah, with wings.
Yeah.
"We'll get in and start paddling." I love the way he says it. It's just comical.
Yeah. This plane is older than I am. It doesn't even have an LED readout.
Yeah. It's funny though. There are bullet holes near that door. Not very convincing ones. They look stuck. They do look like
they're just stuck on with gum.
You know what they are? They're actually like pieces of gaffer tape. Like duct tape.
Could be.
Yeah, like the silver duct tape. It's just that stuck onto the side of the plane. So anyway, she's panicking. She can't get stuff started. Hurry! She can't get it going. These guys are exchanging fire. And Arnie comes and goes, "Fly or die." And he hits the dashboard and it fires up. And he's like, "Works every time."
Works every time. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's funny, all these guys what shoot anything in this film, they all close their eyes.
Yeah, none of them have been trained with firearms at all.
Which reminds me, it's interesting that Robert Patrick, during the production of T2, trained himself to not actually blink when firing a gun. Mm. He also got to the point where he could run 100 meters with hardly breathing. He trained so hard to be the T-1000. Mm-hmm. That's dedication.
Yeah.
So anyway, Arnie manages to fire it up. Oh, look, you could tell it's tape. Look at that.
They look terrible.
I tell you what it looks like. Tinfoil.
Sure, yeah.
It looks like tin. I don't know if you call tinfoil a different name over there, but...
No, it is. Tinfoil, aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Aluminium foil, whatever.
Yeah. Aluminum. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, but you can tell it's foil, or I think it's either duct tape or tinfoil. But you can tell it's just stuck on badly.
Yeah, well, and it looks terrible too, because I mean, if it were coming out that direction, if it were coming apart that way, those would be shots from the inside of the plane. The holes would be going the other direction.
Yeah, because it's puncturing from the outside in.
It looks silly. Yeah, it looks really silly.
So anyway, a typical comic book fashion. These guys are toast.
Yep, and they tip the Jeep into the bay there.
Yeah, he's not long since passed his driving test, to be fair, Kevin.
No.
And he's not that good at driving on boardwalks. But Steve, luckily, is wearing a waterproof jacket already. But it looks like he's got some raspberry jelly down his jacket, which is a shame.
Yeah,
the donut count.
It'll wash out.
The donut count on this production is ridiculous. But I don't think Kevin's going to do well with the management, because that's the third Jeep this week he's dropped in the ocean. But anyway, Cindy's managed to get this thing flying. And she starts getting a bit overconfident, and she goes, "Here we go." And Arnie's like, "Arnie, Matrix is going, oh, look, there's a boat there. We're not going to make it." "Yes, we are." And he just gives it full revs, doesn't he? He just goes for it.
Which you should be doing anyway. Taking off.
Cindy's found a whole new religion. Look at her. She's praying.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
Oh, but it's good news because they've taken off. But now she's confident, and Arnie's like, yeah. He's kind of taking the credit for that there, not her. Meanwhile, at Surplus City, Kirby and his crew, they're about 10 steps behind Matrix. And he's like, "Matrix? Yeah. What you expecting? World War III.
World War III.
Good old Kirby."
Yeah. So, in the original script here, so during this plane, this flight, originally there was going to be someone else who was going to be flying the plane for them. They didn't have Ray Dawn as the pilot. And there was also going to be a love scene.
Yes.
During this plane flight. And that was pretty quickly nixed when they hired an actress who was not white, because the producers were a little concerned about certain areas of the world and of the United States that might not air or might not show this film in their theaters if there was a love scene between people from two different races. So another reminder of how many years it's been since this movie came out.
Yeah. Manuel says in the chat, a beautiful G21 goose. Yes, a grooming goose. That's what I think I was trying to, when you get information overload and you try and remember too much, and then you start forgetting what's important.
Yep.
But this is quite interesting. He's going, "Whiskey X-ray 448 for General Franklin Kirby." And look, it's Hudson. Whoa! Love it. It's Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. Indeed.
Texas's very own, bless him. And he's working for the Coast Guard. And, apparently it's a naval range, and they shoot artillery and stuff, and it's like a test range. But Matrix hasn't got time to fly around, because he's got 2 hours and 23 minutes left. And Cindy rightly explains that all the planes out of LAX avoid this place like the plague. But they fly below the radar. Lost him, sir. But he's just Hudson, isn't he, in this role?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
It's great. It's just almost like this could be Hudson's great, 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 great granddad, for all we know.
There you go.
He could be Private Hudson.
Run strong.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jenny's been very resourceful. She's learnt well from her father, and she takes the door handle out. It's funny, door handles aren't like that internally. But that one has a perfect flat blade screwdriver. It's a chisel end on that.
On the other end, yeah.
Hello, Tatum Gray, who's joined in the chat. Oh, what's this? Fleetwood says, fun fact, that's the same character as Paxton's in The Vagrant. Probably. But he's great in anything. I love him in Twister. The world has not been the same since we lost Bill Paxton. So anyway.
Nope.
Interesting thing here. He says to Bennett, this guard, he says, "I've just bought a brand new butter knife." And Bennett says, "Put it away because you might hurt yourself."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he says to Aris, he says, "You ought to tell your men to be a bit more careful because they might have an accident, and we don't really want to be going to hospital, do we? It's going to look bad. HR is going to frown upon us." And he's like, "Good advice, Bennett." And he says, he comes out with some twaddle about if Matrix was there, him and Matrix could take out all of Aris's soldiers. And he says, it is you who are afraid, Mr. Bennett. And he goes, yeah, because I'm smart. But I've got an edge. I've got his daughter. See, I can do the Aussie accents. I'm terrible at doing the American ones. But this seaplane starts coming into the island where Arius is based. She's really got a confidence flying. She's going to ace her examine that Piper Cub.
No question.
Oh, no, she learnt in a Cessna, sorry.
Yes,
not
a
Piper
Cessna.
Cub.
Yeah, it's a Cessna. You're right.
Yeah. But that island looks fantastic. And it is actually a real island off the coast of California. I can't remember which one it is. It did say, where is it? San Nicolas Island. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
It is a real place. It is a real island. There we go. I did my homework. But there's some great shots of this plane. That is a fantastic plane. I love that. It's a shame it's no longer with us. That was a piece of aviation history right there. 1942 Grumman Goose. Meanwhile, on Valverde, whose airport looks remarkably well for an island with a poor infrastructure, shall we say.
Meanwhile, when a different plane lands than what took off earlier in the film, yes.
Hernandez has had a nosebleed. Yeah. And he's got jelly donut jam all down his face. Again, what is it with the jelly donuts on this production?
Yeah, he's looking a little pale, too. I think he needs to.
So he says, while I'm going, remember the message. Commando, Whiskey X-ray 448. Yeah, so she keeps repeating that. But have you noticed where Ray Dawn's eyes are looking? She's looking at Arnie's package while passing him an Uzi. That's not actually an Uzi, though.
Yeah.
That's a Mac, isn't it? That's a Mac 15?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's a little hard to tell.
It's a bit too big to be an Uzi, to be fair.
Yeah.
Uzi 9mm. 45 long slide with laser sighting. Yes, I'm closing up early today. I still can't get over the fact that he shot Dick Miller.
That's
in the titles of the show. I'll put that in as a tribute to Dick Miller, bless him.
Oh,
so anyway, she's got this
amazing Dick Miller, yes.
Yeah. Do you know he was a PhD in psychology?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. We discovered that when we covered, crikey, Inner Space. He was the cab driver at the beginning, which is great. Cindy, yet again, cheeky smile.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. I don't care what color she is. Actually, she's one half white. No, she's not. She's half black. She's 1/4 white, 1/4 Chinese.
Yeah.
Because it's Ray Dawn Chong. Her dad is Tommy Chong, if you didn't know. And as we mentioned earlier, that means her godfather is Cheech. Cheech Marin.
Cheech Marin.
There's no Dave here, man. Atom Cray says, rest in peace, Dick Miller. Yeah, he was great. He was so underrated, Dick Miller.
Oh, he was so great. Yeah, he was great in everything he did. Everyone loved working with him too. He was great.
He was in a lot of the crikey, I forgot his name now. Oh, bloody hell. Joe Dante movies.
Joe Dante.
Yeah. Because he was in Explorers as well.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. Arnie, he kind of reminds me of his role in Twins here, because he just rose to shore. But yet another chance for him to flex his meat off.
Oh yeah, you get to show off all the muscles.
That was actually shot at the side of a pier.
Yeah.
That's where all the film crew are right now. Meanwhile, at the Aeropuerto Valverde, a couple of sketchy-looking geezers turning up in. It's kind of got that Cuban vibe, hasn't it, with the old muscle cars and stuff. I was going to put a sign up there saying "Welcome to Dover," but I thought, that wouldn't go down too well. Oh, Vex! Oh, I love your cheekiness. In the chat, Ash and Prism says, "Nailed it, Vex." Kind of. Yeah, but welcome to Dover, because you can get in on a dinghy. Arnie gets in via his muscles, and he's got all his kit with him, and he gets booted and suited, and he's going for it, getting fully loaded. Oh, look, look at that, just in case he has to prepare a meal. He's taken some cookery with him to make sure.
He's got a whole knife set there.
Yeah. And he's got his airsoft replicas there, ready, loaded with paintballs and all that malarkey. And he's getting covered in camo stuff. and he's getting fully loaded. He's making sure he's got a CO2 canister in there. Anyway, he's fully loaded, ready to go. In the meantime, Arias is having a nice glass of scotch, which is a bit of a shock, really, because you would have thought he would have had something a bit more Latino, maybe a nice tequila.
A tequila, yeah.
Sure. So Matrix gets ready. Interesting fact here, he's looking left to right, but when he's looking through the binoculars, the viewfinder's going in the opposite direction.
And somehow the viewfinder is all like digital.
Yeah. It's like one of those Tomitronic things from the 80s.
Yeah.
Remember, I always wanted that red one, you know, the space paranoids type thing.
There you go.
Always wanted that, but never got one. My parents were very tight. I was the last of 8, so I wasn't even though I was the baby of the bunch, I wasn't the favorite. So I always got the slim pickings.
Yeah, and the hand-me-downs. Yeah.
Yeah. I was the last one out, so I got all the junk basically. Oh well, moving swiftly on. Anyway, young Jenny's still working away at getting those planks opened up. Meanwhile, Hernandez or Henrique or whatever we're calling him this week, unfortunately, he's had an allergic reaction. He's got to go to hospital.
Yes.
Something about that jelly donut jelly, he just didn't get on with it.
It was nice of the paramedics to cover him with the blanket so he didn't get a sunburn, though. This is
true. This is true. Yeah, it's very kind, very mindful of them.
Yes.
It's nice that you get very mindful paramedics. And I've got to give my eldest daughter a shout out. She's a paramedic, bless her. She's only 5'2", and she drives a massive ambulance. So well done. Well done to you. And anyway, these two guys, oh no, he's allergic to jelly donut jelly. I mean, look at it. It's just all over his mouth.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh. And that guy's like, leave him alone. He's asleep. It looks a bit off color.
We're gonna get him a little insulin, and he's gonna be right as rain.
I think a touch of food poisoning.
Could be.
So they get on the phone and tell Arias that Enrique's had a bit of anaphylactic shock. See, but it's bad news. We'll find out for who in just a moment. But there's claymores aplenty, and they're remote controlled. I know. Let's have like a dummy claymore and then stick a copper coil on the top to make it look like it's remote controlled and stick an LED and a light switch on. Meanwhile, Arnie's tried to stop this guy from falling over. He's not done a very good job. It's like, look at my bicep. Isn't it great?
Yep.
But look at that mustache. That's drawn on with that camo paint. In fact, you get to see that guy again very soon, in fact.
Yep.
But it's bad news because Enrique's not very well, of course. So Bennett's got to make Jenny have a bit of a nap.
Yep.
A dirt nap. But there he is. He's back again. Look, I thought that was a young Paul Rudd.
It could be.
That's why I left this slide in. I thought, that's Paul Rudd before he was famous. Isn't it? I mean, just look at him.
Oh, God, it looks a lot like him. It does.
Yeah. And all I'm getting now is like an Anchorman vibe coming out of this guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's called Black Cougar. It's very pungent. But Arnie's like got like a fly swatter thing because he's got a mosquito on him. And Arnie gets it straight away. There you go, Paul Rudd. I've stopped you getting a nasty mosquito bite. And then these guys have tripped over some wood. Arnie tried to tell them, watch out, guys. But no, they've tripped over each other.
He was pointing at it with his weapon there, saying, look out for that.
Yeah. It's over there. He was gesturing with his weapon. Pointing them in the right direction. These guys try and come and help those other guys. But Arnie's told them there's a gas leak.
Yep.
And, one of the guys sparked up a Cuban, as they do, and it's taken everything up.
Yeah.
Interesting, going back to that slide, those guys look firmly planted into the ground, and they're still there, despite everything blowing up.
And that particular scene is one that I absolutely love because you see sets of buildings blow up. At least one set of buildings that you see it blow up 3 times. Yeah. It's just from 3 different angles, but it's the same buildings. In fact, one of them is the lighthouse. So it's incredibly obvious that it's the same. It's the same building. You're just seeing it explode again. So the lighthouse explodes at least 3 times.
Hey, what about this for a bizarre coincidence? Ron Enriquez says, the only other time I've heard my last name in a movie was the crane operator in The Amazing Spider-Man. Well done. Fleetwood says, Fleetwood, you've been on fire in the chat tonight. The dummies in front of them are really funny. Yeah. Welcome back, John. Oh, Bennett's looking forward to having a bit of a reconciliation with Matrix. Yeah. And like you rightly said, these buildings, they're just going up left, right, and center. Don't worry, guys. Have a lay down and just sleep it off. You'll be fine. So Bennett tries to open this door because it's stuck. He's got himself one of those Ronco utility saws, the ones that fold in half, don't actually cut anything. But he gets through the door and notices that Jenny's got out, and he's concerned now.
Yes,
he wants to make sure she hasn't got any nasty splinters out of that wood.
Yeah, and he doesn't want her to, fall down the stairs or anything. Yeah, he definitely is concerned.
Being mindful of health and safety and what HR might think about, and he's looking for her, but she's gone running off. Just to make sure that things are nice and safe, he's going to go after her. Not in a mean way, of course. But he wants to make sure there's no splinters or anything. That's why he's got his utility saw with him. Meanwhile, on the other side of the compound, you got to love it. This is just like typical comic book Banana Republic. I think this is having a slight dig at Cuba.
I think so, yes.
I'm getting that vibe, So anyway, Arnie's trying to tell them that they're it. Because it's paintball season. Meanwhile, dodgy truck, and he's got his rocket launcher. But luckily, it's empty. You can see it's a Nerf one, can't you? You can see that one on the right. It's totally fine. It's Nerf. These are all props, and it's all well staged. But those guys, they're out of the game now because at this point, it's just a massive airsoft game. But Arnie's going to take out that front gate. There we go. Nice explosion. Meanwhile,
I do like that they did have some consistency in here with the different vehicles and barrels and things around that all have the same Valverde little crest logo that's on there, and actually it fits. It looks there's some trees that are down
underneath. Continuity person.
Maybe, yeah, but there's some trees down under a mountain. Valverde means Green Valley. So
meanwhile, Cindy's on the CB. And she's giving it some Whiskey X-Ray 448 for General Franklin Kirby. Meanwhile, if we've got a message for you on the CB, it's good news because Kirby's been listening out on all the channels, hasn't he, really? Meanwhile, Arnie's found a great way of pruning. I didn't know you could use an airsoft device as a weed whacker.
You learn new things every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those guys, when they're out, they adhere to the rules of the game. They stay down.
Yep. It's an honor system. When you're shot, you gotta, you have to own up to it. You gotta fall down and
you've got to call those out who don't play fair. Meanwhile, he's got some little bug bombs for those mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Luckily for Derek there, he was just about to get bit. But that's full of raid, which is great because no more mosquito problems.
Nope.
But there's always one person who spoils the game. That guy there's cheating.
Yep. He says, I got you. And he's still shooting. Yeah.
But Matrix is having none of it. And he gets him with a paintball. But unfortunately, somebody does a bug bomb on Arnie. It's bad news for him because a mosquito bit him. Look, too late. That raid didn't do the job.
No.
So he goes in a shed to see if he can find some an interesting product. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but we see this in a lot of American programs. What's Bend Gay? Because that sounds sketchy.
We prefer to buy Icy Hot in this house, but yes.
Right. So what do you do when you bend gay?
Well, hopefully it loosens up some muscles or something, but it just depends on who you're hanging out with as to what happens after you get some bend.
Right.
gay.
So it's not an antiseptic cream at all, then, is it?
No.
Is it not for bug bites and stuff?
No. It's for.
We have a similar
sore
product
muscles.
we have Savlon over here, so if you get a bug bite, you stick some of that on it. It's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Luckily, Arnie's found a gardening shed.
Yeah,
loads of forks, loads of axes and pruning gear.
And as we saw, at the start of the film, we know he's very handy with an axe. So
I find it interesting though. There's no hose at all.
Nope, no hose.
Arnie seems quite disappointed. There's no hose. But there's a nice pair of secateurs behind him. But these guys, they want to get Arnie because he's winning. He's going to win the airsoft tournament. But they fire lots of airsoft stuff at this shed. And there's always one bloke, isn't there, that's in charge that doesn't do what he expects of his men. And he's the guy with the replica 9mm.
Yeah, he's put 2 shots into the building here while everyone else has unloaded a full clip, But he's like, yeah, you go check it out. Go check it out. Yeah.
That's my mistake. Apparently, that's not a 9mm. That's a 45. There we go. It's a Browning. Yeah. So anyway, this guy goes into the shed. There's nobody there. Where's Matrix gone? Oh dear, he's got forked. There's nothing worse than getting forked hard. In the meantime, Arnie decides to have a game of frisbee with Chet. Chet's not good because he accidentally gets one on the side of the head.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wires coming off that cardboard fake saw blade. You noticed?
Yeah.
I've never noticed. You could see both sides. It's on like a pulley.
Yes, and it knocks off the poor man's wig.
Which is unfortunate. Yeah. That he gets an axe and it's he tries to chop some nuts out of that guy's tree. In fact, that guy's already been shot 4 times, for the record. Indeed. This never appeared in the UK version. And I find this quite interesting. And I've stuck it in for context because it's kind of relevant towards Predator in a way. Something similar happened in Predator, and Carl Weathers didn't pull it off because everybody saw that his arm was tucked up behind his back. Well, this guy does a really good job because Arnie cuts his fake arm off.
Yep.
Because Hernandez there was wearing a fake arm, and
we got to have work for amputees in the business.
I think YouTube's going to have to realize that they're kind of ruining the fun. We wanted to put the fun back in YouTube, and is it creating a different kind of fun that we're having to dance around and be euphemistic around certain subjects and words and topics?
Yeah, it's kind of like when you hear somebody swearing a lot and then they just replace it with beeps. There's a humor in listening to the beeps instead of the swearing.
But Arnie's got to get the obligatory peck shot in, and you can tell he had a good workout because he's felt the pump there, hasn't he?
Oh yes, he's definitely.
An interesting point. A lot of people like to point out in the minutia department on the interwebs. That 1 minute, that chain of ammo is on the left side, and then it's on the right side, and then it's on the left side. And that's not how guns work, I'm afraid.
No, not generally.
Meanwhile, Jenny's got lost in the generator room of this compound. Bennett wants to make sure she's safe and doesn't get herself in any trouble. Meanwhile, there's some new players joined the game, but Matrix is a pro at this. Nobody stands a chance. Meanwhile, Jenny's in a fair bit of danger. But this guy is a bit of a chancer. He's not long since joined the game, and he thinks he can take out Matrix. But no dice. Matrix is a pro at this. Mind you, Arius is quite a well-renowned champion at Airsoft, and he thinks he can take Matrix on. These two lads here are just minding their own business. I think they're just having a juice box, maybe, and just having a bit of a chill. But Arnie, he's got no time for that, no time for slackers. And look at that. They are the worst renter henchmen ever. Fake mustaches. The guy on the left, he looks like he's from San Diego, not Panama or Valverde. They just look so sketchy. They look like renter henchmen. Call 1-800-555-2685. Our henchmen stand by for all your henchman needs.
Yeah, they offer hourly rates too.
Yeah. And they're also union registered. But Arnie's actually caused a bit of an accident here. He knocked them into a picnic table. Those guys are having a rest now. But Ari is a bit sneaky here. He's trying to get the drop on Matrix. And he's firing his shot. And, Matrix is giving as good as he gets. It's funny that. It's amazing how he's swapped guns so rapidly.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is an interesting bit. It involves jelly donuts again, eventually. But Arnie gets the drop on Aria, and he accidentally falls out of a balcony. But don't worry, there's a patio lounger. He lands on that. He's perfectly fine. Nobody was hurt. But that bug bite's not stopped bleeding, that bend gay. It's not doing the do. But then again, you told me it doesn't. You need something with antiseptic in it to stop any infections. But luckily, he's heard Jenny shout daddy, like she just randomly calls out daddy in some foreign compound of a Banana Republic.
As you do.
There we go. Clumsy oaf. Atom says, trustyhenchman.com. There we go. Previously, on B-Sides. There'll be a trailer for B-Sides this Friday, strangely enough. Something exciting happening Friday, maybe. It depends if everybody, the squad, a good deal of the squad are injured, or they've got, they're down with the bug. So, Friday is looking a maybe at present. But if Z3PO's back on his feet for Friday, me and Z are doing something special. It's top secret. People will find out on the intro of the show this coming Friday from 9. Bennett's still looking for Jenny. Jenny's playing hide and seek. Meanwhile, Matrix is looking for Jenny. He shouts her a couple of times.
Yeah, she's not very good at hide and seek, unfortunately. No, she's she did not learn the first lesson of staying hidden. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Franco said, is Z out as well? Yes, Z is out as well. Unfortunately, him and Mrs. Z are bedridden at the moment. That's how bad the bugs are in this country at the moment. Anyway, Bennett's managed to find Jenny. That's it. You're out. So anyway, I can't keep doing this. Should we just get back to normal and just risk it?
I would go for it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I can't. I don't want any trouble. The AI is the master at the moment, and I don't want to upset it. I mean, Skynet comes for me, it'll come for me big style. So anyway, Matrix is still looking for Jenny, even though she's been caught. Bennett, look at that, another one. Closes his eyes whilst firing.
Yep.
That's definitely a 45. Unfortunately,
that's a Detonics Scoremaster. I had to look that one up because I was like,
really?
That gun looks strange. It didn't quite look like a 1911. It didn't look like something. Yeah, that was one I looked up because, yes.
Yes, you
kind of a rare model. But yeah, it's a 45. Yeah.
45 long slide with laser sighting. That's a great gun. We're not allowed those kind of devices over here anymore. Bennett kind of handicaps Matrix a little bit. Stick your head out, John, for old time's sake. I'll make it fast. Quit screwing around, Bennett, and let the girl go. It's me you want.
Oh, he goes, yeah.
Put away that chicken poop gun.
Yes. And then he goes just starts playing the psychological game with him, which I did when I was doing a little reading about this. Apparently the director had told Vernon Wells basically that you're in love with this guy. You look up to him. He's incredible, but not you want to be him, but you can't be him unless you destroy him. And so like there's this strange sort of love relationship here, and it actually comes across like in the emotional bits here, like there's something there between them. Obviously, some people try to play it up as a bit of a homoerotic thing, but yeah, you see a lot of that here in this scene here, where he's playing with his mind. Don't you want to take this knife and you want to look me in the eyes and see what happens when you twist it. Yeah.
Come on, Bennett, don't deprive yourself of some pleasure. Let's party.
Party.
Is very much like a piece of put it together yourself Swedish furniture. He's all veneer, he looks tough, he talks tough, but underneath he's quite fragile, and he's still hurting from being kicked out of the military by Matrix.
And then he wears that bizarre sweater vest through the whole movie.
Did you know that costume wasn't designed for him?
It doesn't look like it was.
They wanted somebody else in that role as Bennett. They did actually want Nick Nolte to play the part, but he turned it down for obvious reasons. He was doing another 48 hours. So that costume, obviously Vernon Wells is a different size to Nick Nolte. But Jenny's rather concerned. She knows what's going to go down. I don't think she's ever seen her dad, the real, the action side of a dad in this.
Yeah.
But Bennett, he's so fragile and he wants that revenge. And Matrix has played him. He's going to lose by default by losing his temper instead of, staying calm. But it's on, like Donkey Kong. And battle ensues. And it's quite good. Arnie, physically, would wipe the floor with Vernon Wells. I mean, Vernon Wells is quite a tall lad. But I think if it came down to sheer muscular effort, I think Arnie would whoop him.
Oh, yeah. You can see in a few shots, he's a bit doughy, in fact, in this, where Arnie is just an absolute monster. Well, I don't think there would be much of a competition, but,
While Vernon was in LA, I think he discovered In-N-Out Burger.
It could be.
And I think he just kept going round and round the drive-thru. This is great. I love this. It's better than kangaroo burgers, mate.
But he discovered the secret menu at In-N-Out, and it was all over for him.
I think he had an animal. That's what he did. Or he went for the double. But anyway, I love this boiler room fight and boiler room doors, and Bennett's just going for it, and he's whacking him with his rather long pipe.
Yes.
Anyway, smell my fingers. Oh, sorry, wrong accent. Smell my fingers, John. Where've they been? I'm not going anywhere, but it's like, smell it, John, smell it. No, Bennett, don't make me smell your fingers. It all gets good, and it's just hyperbole. It's just more of this comic book over the top action, and I love this bit.
And here, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
He's been electrocuted. Nope.
Yeah, you don't need. I mean, it's not particularly the volt spot kill you; it's the amperage.
It's the amperage. Yep.
Yeah, and there's got to be several thousand amps going through that little substation thing. But no, it charges him up. I feel good, John. I feel really good, and it gives him like a bit of a turbo boost, doesn't it? Because he just starts mashing Matrix a little bit.
Yep.
And you're a dead man, John. You're a dying man. And he just calls BS, and Matrix just lets it fly. And not bad to say he got shot in the right arm. There's no way he could have manhandled that pipe like that.
Yeah.
Not with the bullet in his arm. Well, his shoulder.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls. And just as he cocks that now, there is an Uzi this time. You can tell because it's smaller.
Yep.
He cocks that Uzi back, and just about as he's about to start firing, it's bad news for Bennett. Let off some steam, Bennett. Yet another classic one-liner that entered into pop culture, history. And the amount of people I've seen use that in fights. That is great.
Yeah.
But this is just physically impossible. A pipe like that would not enter flesh, possibly go through the bottom of his rib cage and out through the back of his spine.
No, it's absurd, yes, but
Well, that's a
still,
ribcage shot for sure.
yeah, great action scene though, fantastic ending, and honestly, the claustrophobia of the area where they're fighting, the compactness of it really works. Originally, they had a different ending planned for this. There was going to be a fight on a boat.
Yeah.
There was going to be a boat chase,
wasn't it? Yeah.
There was going to, and they were going to be jumping back and forth, fighting on the boats and whatever to finish up the film. But the producers got wind of it and realized this was going to be way too expensive, and they said, forget it, you're not doing this fight on the boats. Just find something in the back lot. Just go. So the director wandered around the back lot for several days looking for locations, and eventually found the boiler room and was like, yeah, this is it. Okay.
Well, that's thinking on your feet. Make use of what you got instead of going over budget. $10 million. And it made 57.5 million back. That is good going.
That's some good return on your money, no question.
That 10 million is 1984 money, and that's still a lot of money back then.
Oh yeah.
But it's good news anyway. The good guys always arrive when it's a bit too late. Kirby turns up. Matrix has done it. That's it.
Yep.
Have you left anything for us?
Yes.
Only bodies.
Just bodies. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, Ash and Prism, you're too late. I said this about an hour and a half ago, if not longer. Jenny lived a charmed life. There we go.
Very true.
But yeah, and I noticed the quality of stock got better as well. I think the interior stock they used wasn't that great, and it wasn't that great at nighttime either. But some of the daytime stuff in good light, and it really shines because the quality
looks solid here. Yeah,
yeah. But some of the other shots, it kind of looks sketchy. And yet there he is. He's got that. Well, he's not jelly, don't champ. But anyway, there's no way he could have articulated his frame. He's been shot. And he's got a 45 slug in there. That did not. There's no exit wound. Arnie's pretty buff, and his musculature's dense. So that's in there, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
That's not going anywhere. And Kirby kind of pleads with John to reform his old unit, and Jenny's happy because he's not. And then he says, "Until the next time." And then everybody looks at each other. Comedy moment.
Yep.
Oh, she looks gorgeous there.
Mm-hmm.
And he weighs up his options. No chance. And Kirby just gives him a nod. And then it's where's that tape gone? That tinfoil stuff.
It's gone. Yeah. The bullet holes have magically healed themselves.
Self-healing pain.
I also enjoy the cruise ship sailing by this super secret island in the last shot.
Even Kirby's laughing at that one. In fact, 1 minute there's a cruise ship there, then it's gone, then there's a pier there, and then it's gone, and then it's back. Oh, look.
Yeah.
It's back again. Unless that's supposed to be Arya's boat, but that was a different boat altogether. You're supposed to say it's a different boat, both of us, altogether. I was doing the airplane bit, but never mind.
Oh, sorry.
And then they fly off into the sunset, like any good movie should do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just great. Pure 80s pulp.
Just, completely.
Sorry.
That's all right. Oh,
I pressed the wrong button.
Totally over the top, ridiculous action film. Like I said, just explosions everywhere, all the one-liners, the comedy, you can't not love this movie. Is this one of the best films of all time? Is this The Godfather? No, it's not. Is it just this enjoyable, just crazy ride of a film with Arnold and Radon and all of these, just ridiculous set pieces? You gotta love it, right? I mean, it's just fun.
It's cheese, but it's the right kind of cheese.
It is. Yeah.
It's that 80s action Americana that, fueled the Hollywood industry, and everybody sought to emulate that formula, and Arnie was up there at the right place, right time. This just, I don't know, it fills a niche a much-needed niche. People can look back at this film and go, God, that's 80s junk. And it's not. This is proper, a good example of what the 80s was all about, you know? Bad guys in Porsches, bad guys in Cadillacs, you know, just stupid, over-the-top, hyper-violence that's that incredulous. The only thing you can do is laugh at it.
There you go.
And I love it.
Just hang on and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, definitely. R2, I want to thank you. This is the first time you've been on the channel, and it's been an absolute pleasure and a blast, and I welcome you back anytime, sir.
I'm glad to be here. Great evening, fun movie, and wonderful company. And great to see all of you out in the chat.
Exactly. Thank you to everybody else in the chat. Also, I want to thank Gav for chucking us the pot knacker tonight, another £2. Remember when I said I'd kill you last, Trev? You didn't. Anyway, it's dubious whether anything's happening Friday. It just depends if people are still ill or people are still on the bench. But, well, I'll keep you posted. But definitely we are back next Tuesday. And speaking of cheese, we've got some like early 90s cheese. This is what's happening next week. What happens when you've got a big budget, a big cast, a great script, but crap marketing? You end up with Free Jack. Next Tuesday, we take you back to 1992. Time-traveling shenanigans with Emilio Estevez, with a bit of help from Anthony Hopkins, Mike from Breaking Bad, Rene Russo, and Mick Jagger. See you next Tuesday from 9.